In this video, I'm going to show you guys why you need to prioritize unlocking the HRM-9 in Modern Warfare Zombies because it is by far one of the best SMGs in the game, and I will also go ahead and give you what the best loadout is for this weapon. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and hop right into the gameplay here. So this is going to be a live commentary, and what we're going to do is basically just test how good this new SMG is in Modern Warfare Zombies. So what we are going to do is we are going to do contracts in Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 zone. In Tier 1, we are going to single pack-a-punch our weapon at purple rarity and see how good it does, and just like against standard zombies, and then we will test it against a big game bounty. From there, we will double pack-a-punch the weapon, move on to Tier 2, do a big game bounty in Tier 2 while the gun's double pack-a-punch, and then do like a spore control contract to see how it does against regular zombies. And then the same thing for Tier 3. We will move on to triple pack-a-punch, see how it does against the regular zombies in Tier 3, and then also see how it does against a big game bounty. So let me go ahead and go pick up a nearby Tier 1 contract, and I will pick the video back up then. So I decided to go ahead and start with the ACV contract here in Tier 1, just because it was the closest nearby one. So I really haven't used this gun much. I used it one time in Zombies to try to start leveling it up, and then used it a few times in multiplayer. But this is the first time I've used it in Zombies with attachments, and it just makes all the difference. This gun feels like a complete hybrid between an SMG and an assault rifle. And one of the most underrated things here has got to be the iron sights. This might have the best iron sights out of any gun in the entire game right now. And you can see, obviously, this is Tier 1, so we can't go ahead and say, oh, this is the greatest gun of all time or anything. But you can see at Pack-a-Punch 1, this gun is almost one-shotting every single zombie here in Tier 1. Which leaves me pretty optimistic for how it's going to do for the other tiers in the game. I know so far in Zombies, the SMGs have honestly been rather underwhelming, and they just really haven't been that good, and right now this seems like it has the potential to be maybe the best SMG in the game. I know I was really enjoying it in multiplayer, and that usually translates fairly well over to Zombies as well. But you can see this gun, it just has really good mobility. And like I said, I just love these iron sights. It kind of reminds me from the GRAW back from the original Warzone. So you get to use another attachment rather than having to waste it on a like red dot sight or something along those lines. But yeah, so far, I mean, I have no complaints with this gun. It's looking to do really good in the Tier 1 zone. We will go ahead and see how this ends up doing against a big game bounty. And this is going to be the biggest question mark for me for this weapon. I know SMGs, they really aren't intended to be the most powerful. They're more intended for mobility and getting you out of sticky situations. But if we could find a good one that's good at taking down these big game bounties, that would be awesome. So let's see how it does here really quick. So it took about 65 bullets. I mean, I was definitely missing a few of those. I'm not the best. But that did kill that big game bounty pretty quick, and it seems to be one of the quickest I've seen for an SMG at least. But again, this is just Tier 1, so I'm not going to get too excited yet. We're to go ahead and move on to Tier 2 really quick. We will double pack-a-punch our weapon, and then we will see how it performs in the Tier 2 zone. And the contract I have elected to do in the Tier 2 zone first is going to be the Outlast contract. This is one of my favorite ones to do. If you guys have seen like my top 5 contract videos, you would know why. It's just pretty fun. You're kind of, feels like OG Zombies more than anything. You're in a small confined area just trying to hold down a room. So it's pretty cool. So at first glance though, it's definitely taking a few more bullets at double pack-a-punch with this gun, but it's like, it's nothing crazy. It still is absolutely melting these zombies. Let's see how it does against this Disciple here really quick if I can get him near me. So it took a little bit longer, which kind of leaves me worried for the big game bounty because they are a little bit stronger, but it still didn't have that much of an issue taking down them zombies. But you can see just how quick this gun is, how quick it is at reloading. That's where this gun's really going to stand out, and it's going to be why it may become one of my new favorite SMGs. It's just a ton of fun to use, and it's honestly pretty good. I have been thoroughly enjoying using this weapon. It's pretty powerful. I just love the mobility, the reload speed, and everything. It'll be hard to top the PDSW or the Akimbo Swarm, but I mean, this is definitely making a case for itself, just how well it is at taking down some of these zombies. So we'll go ahead, we will get another test against the Disciple here before I close this one off. So that time I was actually focusing on getting headshots and getting that critical damage, and it made all the difference. This gun has a really good headshot multiplier, so if you're using Deadshot Daiquiri with this weapon, it is just going to be phenomenal for you. But let's go ahead and test this against a big game bounty in the tier 2 zone, double pack-a-punch. Let's see what we got from the reward here. Absolutely nothing. You just love to see that. So I'm going to go pick up a big game bounty, and we will see how this gun performs against a big game bounty while it's double pack-a-punch in the tier 2 zone. All right, rolling up on this big game bounty now. We are looking for a Mangler. So let's see how it does here really quick. Gonna go for nothing but headshots. Oh, I didn't reload my gun, so that doesn't help. But try this again. Yeah, it's taking a little bit to take this guy down. That's my biggest concern with an SMG. The Swarm Akimbo would have did phenomenal against that guy. But even then, it wasn't terrible. But I am pretty concerned going into tier 3 and trying to take down one of them big game bounties. So we'll see how that ends up going. I'm going to go ahead and save up some essence. I only need about 300 more. We're going to triple pack-a-punch, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do a contract in tier 3 and then do a big game bounty to see how this performs. So as soon as I get this triple pack-a-punch and then pick up a contract in tier 3, I'll pick the video back up then. So I have elected to do the Spore Control contract just because I feel like it would have been a little bit easier to get all these zombies grouped up for you guys. And we can see how this does against a very large horde of zombies here in the tier 3 zone. And there's just no way to get a better test than doing the Spore Control contract. It always usually goes to this really open area and see how it does against all these zombies. So I'm just going to keep running around here for a second. We're going to shoot down some of these spores, and we're going to just let all these zombies keep chasing us. Hopefully we don't go down, but I'll probably go down because I'm absolutely unlucky at this game. But we will try our best. So I think we're in a good position here. There's definitely a bunch chasing me. Oh yeah, so let's back it up here because I see all these guys, and let's see how this gun does. Step 1, we'll try to take down the Disciple. And it's doing absolutely nothing against any of these tier 3 zombies, really. Well, I guess if you're getting some headshots, it's helping out quite a bit, but it's definitely not looking as good as it was in the tier 2 or tier 1 zone. So we got this big group. We'll try to finish them off really quick. The Disciple has me a little bit concerned. There's just a whole bunch chasing me right here. So let's go for a little bit more headshots here, see how many more we can take down. And right there, I mean, it's hard to get a feel here because Shatter Blast did a lot for me right there. I mean, this gun isn't terrible, but it's definitely not going to be the best at damage output in some of these higher tiers, kind of like we're seeing here. So let's see if we can't finish all these off. But I mean, just because of the reload speed and the mobility and all that, it makes me want to say this is one of the better SMGs, but just the two SMGs like the PDSW that has the 400 round mag and the Swarm definitely are going to be a little bit better. But this gun is definitely not bad, and I do enjoy it a lot. But you guys can see here, just going against these bigger groups of zombies, and the tier 3 zone, it's really just not doing the best. So, I guess that does it for the test for here. We've seen that it's not the best at taking down big groups of zombies in the tier 3 zone. I actually went through all of my ammo right there too, and we still didn't kill off that horde. I'm going to try to finish off the horde really fast, just so you can see how long it actually ended up taking. Get rid of the Disciple because we already had him close. Back up a little bit so this Mangler does not take me down. He's trying to ruin my day, and I'm not having that. Try to get some headshots on him. Get rid of him really quick. See, whenever you can just focus on one zombie, it does seem to do a whole lot better. But like these armored zombies, it's just being a problem for this gun, and its current damage with taking them down. So that's going to be it for this test, guys. We will still go ahead and pick up a big game bounty, but I am fairly confident I know how that's going to go. So let me go ahead and finish up this Spore Control contract, see if I get lucky. There's no way I'm going to get anything good because I never get anything. And from there, we will go pick up a big game bounty and see how that does in the tier 3 zone with this weapon. And now for the moment of truth to see if we get anything good. Let's shoot out this final Spore. And then we're probably going to get like a green tool or something. So let me clear out these guys real quick, and then we'll open up this reward and see what we got. I mean, I guess I'll take a double pack-a-punch crystal and a stamina up. I thought it'd be worse. I don't know what it's been with me and my luck recently, but it seems like I get absolutely nothing whenever I'm doing contracts now. So now I'm going to go ahead and ammo cache and then look for a big game bounty in tier 3, and we will see how this gun performs against a big game bounty. So I'm just waiting for a big game bounty contract to even appear on the map, so I'm just doing other contracts in the meantime. So obviously I'm going to do the easiest one in the game and see if we get anything good. Let's see if we get the ray gun schematic. Oh my gosh, why did that destroy the vehicle? And nothing. You'd love to see it. Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't get anything from any of these anymore. So now we just need to wait and see if a big game bounty is ever going to appear. But as soon as it does, we will pick it up and we'll go try to take it down with this SMG. Don't worry, a big game bounty contract still has not appeared. So we're going to go ahead and do the deliver cargo contract one more time and hopefully it does appear. But if we get in a situation where one doesn't appear on the map, I'll probably just end up killing one of the special zombies. One of the special zombies that is in the area, just so you can see how it does. I know it's not going to be the same as the big game bounties, but it'll at least get the point across of how these things are. So yeah, nothing good in there. We're going to get out of this area, and hopefully we can find a big game bounty, but you can see in the time limit, we're at 3.5 minutes, so we're getting really close. So let's just hope it appears. If not, though, I'll take down a few special zombies like manglers or mimics and show you guys how it does against those zombies here in the tier 3 zone. So unfortunately, the time is coming to a close here. We did not get a bounty contract to appear, so we're just going to see how this gun does against this mangler here in the tier 3 zone. So keep in mind, the big game bounties are definitely going to have more health than them guys. It's usually like double, so that took about a full clip to kill him. I would say if it was a big game bounty, it would have been double that. Plus, I had this whole entire area cleared out. It made it a lot easier with taking them down. So I would say this gun is not going to do the best in these higher threat zones with taking out big groups of zombies or taking out the big game bounties. But if you're surviving in the tier 1 or tier 2 zone or just want a good secondary that's going to get the job done while having good mobility at the same time, this is definitely a good gun I would recommend. So we're going to go ahead and exfil out of here. So this is the build I was using in this game. The barrel is extremely important. You want to use this second barrel. This is what's going to give you them crisp iron sights and almost turn this gun into an assault rifle. For the muzzle, I have been using the ELR Blackfire compensator. This just really helps with the recoil control. Whenever you first unlock this gun, its recoil is out of hand, and this attachment helps a ton with bringing that down. Obviously, for the magazine, you want to use the biggest magazine you can, so we're going to throw on the 50-round drum. For the rear grip, I recommend the PCS-90 Assault Grip to help with that recoil control as well. And then finally, for the stock, I'm recommending the Hatchet Light stock because this is just going to help with that mobility and help you strafe back and forth when you're taking out large groups of zombies. And that is going to do it for the video, guys. I would say at the end of my gameplay with this gun, this would be my third favorite SMG in the game. Number one's got to be the WSB Swarm Akimbo, and number two's got to be the PDSW just because those are phenomenal guns. But this is definitely more powerful than most of the SMGs in the game, and it's really just enjoyable to use because of how clean the iron sights are and how good the mobility is with this weapon. But if you guys did find this video enjoyable or entertaining, please consider dropping a like, leaving a comment down below, and hitting that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. And if you guys want to know how to take your zombies gameplay to the next level by knowing what the best perks are in the game and the best ammo mods, make sure you check out the videos in the link in the description below. And I will catch you guys all in the next one.